WikiHow.com has various how-to guides, which are typically accompanied by illustrations in a style that seems to be like a coloring book, where the person couldn't find their crayons and used watercolors instead. The images are under Creative Commons by Wiki Visual. I thought it might be fun to make my own how-to guide. Using only the WikiHow illustrations, the title of the article, I replaced their text with my own interpretation. Today's how-to guide is titled, Incorporating Feminism into Daily Life.
Step 1. Love yourself, no matter what made-up gender you are, no matter how fat, and no matter how butt ugly. Regardless of thousands of years of evolution, feminists are redefining what is attractive for men. Now this doesn't mean you cannot spend time making yourself look pretty, but not too pretty, because after all men are potential rapists. You can wear makeup and high heels and still be a feminist. What better way to stomp on the baby kitten of patriarchy? Once you start incorporating feminism into your life, you will notice a stench. Some describe it as a cross between freshly spread cow manure, the stink of hypocrisy, and the funk of year-old crotch yogurt. Instead of being repulsed by it, waft it towards your face, and breathe it in deeply. Be one with the stench. Step 2. Share equal responsibilities in your relationship. If you are cursed being in a heteronormative relationship, stress to your male partner to not slip into traditional roles. Even if your husband works 80 hours a week, while you stay at home childless, he must do at least half of the housework. By focusing on choices based on personal preference, and not on gender stereotypes, you can begin blurring the gender roles, and start experimenting with your own sexuality. If your cis male partner objects, tell him if he truly supported feminism, he would support you and experiment with a same-sex relationship as well. If your partner is fairly young, suggest an older experienced male partner. That way you will not feel threatened, and can brag to other feminists how you both fully support LGBTQ, and live it. Side note: invest in KY jelly. Step 3. Fully embrace people from other countries and faiths, which an everyday citizen would naturally assume a feminist would describe as misogynistic. Treat any foreigner as your friends, because any enemy of a Western white male is a friend of feminism. Whenever a Western man debates you and says how feminism is no longer needed in the West, you can arm yourself with, but, in Dumbassistan there is less equality. Also be sure to teach feminism to your children. While all school boards work hard at indoctrinating our youth with feminist Marxism, you need to keep the dialogue going outside of school hours too, and never let up. Step 4. Never waste a chance to spread feminism in every nook and cranny of the workplace. If every male worker is not walking on eggshells, then the messaging and policies must be strengthened. We all know deep down inside the ideal workplace would be entirely female with not a single white man in sight, but realize life isn't perfect, and that we still need someone to do the actual work. Maintain professionalism, but if you are wronged by any kind of microaggression, screech out loudly. Practice screeching by visiting your local pet store's guinea pigs. If you can meet or beat them on pitch, you are on your way to being the squeaky wheel that gets oiled. If you have a managerial position, hire only women to make up for the centuries of patriarchy. Fight sexism with more sexism. Continue interviewing men to at least give a veneer of fair play. Step 5. Empower women. There is an unfortunate modern tendency for women to judge and belittle the choices of other women. To be a feminist, support and empower other women instead of judging them. However, if a woman does not support feminism, be sure to ostracize them. Realize that women who make decisions that differ from your own have likely put as much thought into those decisions as you have, but are still wrong. She must support abortion, no ifs, ands, or buts. Share your experiences to make other women's lives easier. If you have successfully used the biased family courts to both divorce rape your ex-husband, and gain sole custody of your children, share your advice with married women. Those children were never his to begin with anyway. If your friend's divorce is not going in the right direction, Share tactics used to falsify domestic violence. Enlist your slut walk sisters to put the husband in a compromising position. Tap into the power and momentum of the Me Too witch hunt. Remember that power is a zero-sum game. To empower women, we must disempower men. Girl power. These are the 5 steps of how you too can incorporate feminism into your daily life.